Cornish Pasties. They sound delicious, and I've had several people suggest that I try them, especially in my last video where I tried neeps for the first time, / Swede / Rutabaga. So that's what I want to do today, but unfortunately I am not in Cornwall, so I will have to try meat pastries made in the style that one would get if one were in Cornwall. So I'm going to start by looking for the recipe in this book. It's called Traditional Recipes of the British Isles by Nell Heaton, published in 1951. And it's got a lot of really good traditionally written recipes. So I'm going to look in here to get the basics of it. And then I'm going to switch over to the British Cookbook to get the more specific details. And as long as the two match up fairly close with each other, I'm going to go with the more modern style recipe that's easier to follow. And we want to start with one quantity of short crust pastry. I am cutting this recipe in half because I don't need a lot of pastries. Starting with 2 cups of sifted plain flour. That's all purpose here in the States. Pinch of salt. I'm adding 9 tablespoons of cold butter and 2 1/4 ounce of lard. I'm gonna mix this until it turns into fine breadcrumbs. Gotta plug it in first. I'm going to take 1 egg and add that in. Once the egg is incorporated, I'm going to take ice water and add it a tablespoon at a time until this comes together. I'm going to take this and give it a couple of quick kneads just to bring it together. Just quick with it because I don't want to melt any of the fats whatsoever into the icebox. Ba-dum-bum. While the pastry is chilling out in the icebox, I'm going to make the filling. I started by cutting up 3½ ounces of a Yukon Gold potato and 3½ ounces of a white onion. So now I've got to cut up the rutabaga. I did get a lot of comments telling me that I need to cut off a lot more of the outer edge of this thing, but I'm not seeing that it's any different towards the outside than it is towards the middle, but I'm just chopping this to roughly the same size as the potato. Now I need 5½ ounces of a fatty beef. I just got, what is this? Chuck pot roast. This meat just needs to be cut up into little chunks. Again, somewhat similar to the size that I've already got of all the other pieces. I'm gonna set these to the side for just a bit, and now it's time to roll out the pastry. This weighs 606 grams, so I'm going to divide it into 3, 202 grams each. And each of these needs to be rolled out into a circle the size of a dinner plate. Round them up. Pasties, making some pasties. Not a pasty, it's a pasty. In the style of Cornwall. Now I'm gonna mix all these fillings together. Gonna add some salt. Gonna add a little bit of white pepper. This recipe seems heavy on the root vegetables, light on the meat. I guess, I don't know, if it was a way of extending what you had. Oh, it smells good. Why does it smell so good? I'm trying to get the filling evenly distributed amongst the 3 of them. I mean, I'm not being precise about it, I'm just eyeballing it. This recipe does say to sprinkle a little bit of beef stock on each one at this point. So a little bit of beef stock for you, a little bit of beef stock for you, a little bit of beef stock for you. Now I need to brush the egg wash around the edges to seal it. Fold this over. Now it comes to crimping the edge, and it's kind of a weird foldy majigger thing. I'm gonna do my best to try to get it. Okay, maybe I'm getting it. All right, beautiful. That is god-awful. Put you on a tray. Let's try that again. Flip that over. This is even worse. Y'all, come on. Well, I suck at this. The recipe in the British Cookbook just says to crimp them with a fork. It doesn't tell you to do that little fancy edge. So guess what I'm doing for this final one? Much easier. Here we go. My 3 unfortunate pasties. The first one I think is the closest I got to getting the crimped edge right. The last one was the easiest and most effective. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator for 20 minutes to chill down. And while they're chilling, I do want to do a little bit of a taste test of some British snacks. Let's go with the Lion Bar. That looks fierce. Okay, it's by Nestle. Milk chocolate, Nutri-Score, E. I have no idea what the Nutri-Score means. It looks like maybe wafer with chocolate and caramel, judging by the picture. I don't know, let's see. It's like a little nuggety thing. Like, kind of like a, what is that, a Nestle Crunch on the outside. It smells very sweet. All right, it's tasty. It's like a wafer with caramel in the middle with the Nestle Crunch coating. I don't know. If we had these in the States, I might get them, but I don't know. I'd rather either or. I don't know if I like the Nestle Crunch with the caramel. I don't know. It wouldn't be my go-to. I prefer a darker chocolate. It's time for the oven. I'm gonna give these another egg wash. Egg wash. I need to cut little slits in them, yeah? To vent the escaping gases, steams. So I have the oven preheated to 400 Fahrenheit to 200 Celsius. Yes, gas mark 6. These go in there for 30 minutes. After that 30 minutes is up, I'm going to turn the oven down to, what am I doing? 180C, 350F, gas mark 4. And I'm going to cook them for another 20 minutes after that. So I'll come back when it's time to eat. See what they look like when they come out the oven. The Cornish pasty has its roots in the 19th century as a portable meal for workers and was a favorite among miners especially. In a short period of time, the pasty became so ingrained in Cornish baking that an often repeated joke claims that the devil never traveled into Cornwall for fear of the Cornish woman's habit of putting anything and everything into a pasty. What? It sounds interesting. The devil never traveled to Cornwall because he's afraid that the women there would chop him up and put him in a pasty. That's a very charming little anecdote. All right, after 15 minutes baking and about 15 minutes cooling, it's time to give this a taste test. Cornish style pasty. It's pretty substantial, very large, nice hefty crust. I'm hoping it's cooled down enough that I don't burn the heck out of my mouth. That bite was all crust. I didn't get any filling, but the crust is tasty. Nice and flaky. All right, now let's try to get some filling. Okay, yes, thank you. Amazing. All the fillings in there are like, the meat is like buttery soft in there. I don't know how to describe it. Everything has just sort of steamed and gotten soft, and it's just so savory inside, very savory. You could play with the proportions and add some more meat if you wanted to. I think this comes out good. You got lots of vegetables, which is always a good thing. Ah, it fell apart on me. Maybe I rolled the pastry a little bit thinner than it ought to have been because it is crumbling. And this is supposed to be like a hand pie, so I think I got a little bit too thin on the pastry. Ah, it's not falling apart, no. All right, still delicious. Yeah, it's just really, really, really savory, tender, some nice flavors to it. The pastry is awesome. If I'd done it right and made it a little bit thicker, I could hold it together, but it's tasty this way. Very happy with it. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. I'm pretty happy with the Cornish style pasties. I can see why they are a favorite, and probably a recipe I'll make again. It seems pretty straightforward. Just cut up stuff and put it in the pasty. It'd be interesting to see like what sort of like sweet fillings or other fillings you could do in this. Just very tasty. I'm gonna enjoy this as my lunch. So 9 out of 10 for the Cornish style pasty, and I'm excited to finish eating it. That's all I have for today. If you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps more than you can know. If you have not already and you would like to, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the future.